This happened back in the early 2000s, sometime around August 2000 or 2002. It was a different time. The internet still felt new and not nearly as sketchy as people see it today. One afternoon, I hopped onto MSN Messenger and joined some random teen chat room. I sent a message, probably something goofy or awkward, and she replied in a private message. That's how it started. We clicked. Right from the beginning, it felt easy to talk to her. I didn't know heartbreak, didn't know what it meant to be let down, so I walked into that connection with a totally open heart. She was a year older than me, living out in Western New York. We shared a lot of the same interests: music, movies, little life dreams. At first, we chatted every few days, then daily, and eventually we even had scheduled times just to talk. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. She was incredible, funny, driven, thoughtful. She wanted to be a physician's assistant. I dreamed of becoming a lawyer. She had this short hair that looked so good on her. It might have been the start of my soft spot for girls with short hair, honestly. By December, we'd exchanged photos, completely innocent, just faces, and moved to voice chats and phone calls. We talked for hours about everything and nothing. We even had those quiet moments where you say nothing at all, and somehow that silence means more than words. We fantasized about meeting in real life. I hated the distance between us. Eventually, I decided to stop wishing and actually do something. I lied to my parents, scraped together some money, and bought a ticket for a bus and train trip to her town. When I arrived, she was waiting at the station with a couple of her friends, just like we planned. I remember the nerves, the butterflies, the absolute thrill. And then, there she was. She looked even better in person, more beautiful than any photo. Her voice melted everything inside me. Her smile was sunlight. And that first kiss, it was everything. Dizzying, surreal, unforgettable. That night, we sat on the floor of her room watching a movie. We said, "I love you." Sure, we'd said it online before, but this time, it was real, tangible. It carried weight. 2 days later, I had to leave. There were tears. Promises were made about visiting, about staying in touch. But like a lot of first loves, reality crept in. She took a summer job as a camp counselor. I wrote her letters every week while I worked as a CIT at a camp near my home. For a while, I believed in those promises. When summer ended, we finally got to talk again. But she was different, cold, distant. I asked her what was going on. And then came the truth. She'd met someone else, another counselor at her camp, someone who was there with her every day. They had connected, talked, gotten close, and one night they shared something more, something intimate. She told me the distance was just too hard, too complicated. I didn't get angry. I didn't really know how. I just felt empty, like someone had pulled the plug on everything inside me. I wished her well, said goodbye. For a while, I sulked. My friends helped, video games helped, time helped. We never spoke again. But sometimes, even now, when I walk through a hospital hallway or open an anatomy textbook, I think of her. That girl with the short hair and the freckles. I wonder if she ever thinks about me too. I hope she followed her dream. I hope she's helping people, just like she said she would. Maybe one day, our paths will cross again. Maybe not. But I'll always remember that summer, the one where I fell in love with someone I had never met.